Okay, in this tutorial we're going to create like a Polaroid style background overlay that you can use for maybe an Instagram story, reel. This size, and this one is going to be 1080 by 1920. You can do whatever size you want if you're going to do it for like a flyer or something like that, or a print. It will work. The same process. We're just doing this for an Instagram reel post or Instagram story post, either way. Alright, so we have our background layer. We'll go ahead and go to File, Place Embedded, and then we're going to drag, or you can drag whatever image that you're going to use. We'll say we'll drag this girl right here in, and that's going to place it. Hold down Alt and Shift to size it up how you need it. Maybe over here because I want some of those flowers in there. Maybe something like so. And we'll go ahead and hit Enter. Now, the most important thing for this to work is we need to change this image to a background. Alright, so go on your background layer that we made, unlock it, and just delete it. And then go to your image that you placed in there. And we're going to go up here to Layer, New, and then, whoops, Layer, New, Background from Layer. Okay, this is the most important step. You have to change it to the background or it won't work. Alright, so now let's grab some rectangles. So go over to your rectangle tool, your shape tool. I have it on black fill, it doesn't matter. We're going to drag out a rectangle like about so, and we'll go ahead and hit Enter. Now we want to make a copy of this, so Control or Command J, and then go to your underneath one. Okay, so this was the copy. We want to go to the original one, the one that's underneath. Okay, hit Control T or Command T on Mac. Hold down Alt and Shift. Drag it out like so. And we can't really see what's happening, so I'm going to change this color to whatever, it doesn't matter, to red. Or actually it does matter. We need to make this white. Go on our color picker and let's drag this down to a little bit more of an off-white. Not gray, but about in here, and this is personal choice. You can do it however you want. Okay, and then Control T again, and then we're going to drag from this point and just drag it down a little bit like so, and that will create our kind of like our Polaroid look. Well, we want to add a drop shadow to the bottom one. Okay, so double click on it. That'll bring up your layer styles. Just go down to drop shadow and we can reset this. I'm going to bring the opacity all the way up so we can kind of see what we're doing. And see the size about however you want it, but I'm going to go around probably like 16. And then the distance maybe a little bit like that. And then I want to change the angle. I'm going to turn global light off, change the angle to 135. And it's going to kind of have it on an angle like so, right? 135. And let's go ahead and bring our opacity down like so. Maybe let's bring our size up a little bit. And you can play around with this as you get going in here. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. So we'll go ahead and hit OK. And then probably the second most important thing is go to your rectangle copy. We're going to double click on this, and then we're going to change a couple settings in here under blending options. You're going to go to where it says knockout, change knockout from none to deep, and then take your fill opacity all the way down to 0, and now we have that. Now let's see what inner shadow looks like on this too. I may do a little inner shadow. Let's bring our thing down like so. Bring our size down a little bit. And this is personal taste too, but I'm just going to put a little inner shadow on there. So 0, choke 5, size 21, opacity 47. We'll go ahead and hit OK. Alright, so that is our Polaroid group, which we need to put into a group. So click on your top layer, hold down Shift, click on, so you have both rectangles selected, and just put them in a group, and we have our Polaroid. Now we can kind of center this up. Let's go to our Move tool, click your 3 dots, align to canvas, center in the middle. Doesn't matter because we're gonna move it around anyways, but I just kind of wanted to see what that looked like. Alright, so let's make some copies. So you can make like 3 copies, 4 copies, 28 copies, however many you want. So Control J, Control J, Control J. So we have 4 copies. We'll click on our top copy, Control T. We'll drag this up and over like so. Maybe twist it a little bit, rotate it like so. Click on the next one, Control T. Let's drag this one down like so. Click on the next one, Control T, and we'll drag this one around like so. Maybe rotate it this way. Okay, so I think we need some more copies. So let's go to the top copy, Control J, Control T, and then we'll put this over here in the like the flowers, like so. I think this will be enough, but you can do however many as you want. All right, you just make a copy of the group. So pretty simple. Let's go ahead and add some type. So we go to our type tool. And the font I'm using is Lindsay Signature. It's from Adobe Fonts. You can download it from there. Creative Cloud members, I know you get free fonts, but Lindsay Signature is what we have. I have it on Sharp and black, and we can change that if needed. So we'll lay out a text. We'll just say Spring Sessions. I think I spelled it right. I may or may not have. Let's see. If I put a J in there somehow. Let's double click. Sessions. Yeah, I don't know how I got a J out of hitting N and S, but that's just me. Alright, so Control T. We can maybe make this smaller and maybe move it up. Rotate it a little bit. You get the idea. We're just placing some text on this stuff. Maybe make it a little bit smaller. We have that one, and then Control J, make a copy, double click on it, and then we'll just put CAL call for APPT period, enter, Control T, and we'll drag this down here and rotate it around how it needs to be, and then maybe make it a little bit bigger. Do that, and maybe we'll just add one more type here, and we'll just put Olivia Photography, enter, Control T, we'll make it smaller, and put it in the center, maybe something like so. I want the background now, I want to put some color over everything, so we can't do it on this background layer because we need to leave this locked as a background. So we can just click on the background layer and then come up to it and then maybe add a gradient. So we can add a gradient and then you can change your colors. Let's go foreground to background. We'll change this color to maybe this green, maybe a little bit darker, like so. And then we'll change this stop to we could do this little pinkish color like so, maybe a little bit darker, maybe like so. We can hit OK, but you can do a gradient. If you don't want a gradient, just make sure you're on your background layer so the new layer goes above it. You can do a solid color, change it to this green, whatever you're going to do. So you can add more text in there, and so on and so on and so on. So just basically the gist of it is to import your image, change it to a background layer by going up to layer, new background from layer, add your 2 rectangles. Now say I think this bottom rectangle, I want it to be actually on the top, so we can drag it up like so. And then maybe let's make it bigger. Control T. Let's move it around, angle it some. I don't want to cut her eye off though. We could do this And then maybe put our Olivia photography text up there. Control T. And go like so. And rotate it a little bit. But then we have this issue. So let's hit B for our move tool. Let's find this group. And we'll move this up by hitting Control right bracket. Alright, so that's how you make a Polaroid style frame post for your Instagram story or flyer, whatever you're going to make. And we'll see you on the next one.